welcome back to the Job Talk Show. And today we're going to be talking about something really interesting.
Yeah.
The Yoruba and the Akwa Ibom love. The drama. And this talk show today, it's not a gentlewoman talk show. It's a basketball section. That's why she's sitting down on my right and I'm sitting down on her left. Because I'm gonna be giving her art. The talk about me. Let's do this. We want to say thank you so much for the support so far.
Yeah.
It has been really good. Just keep it coming because we got a lot in store for you guys, and I'm sure you wouldn't want to miss out. Today we'll be talking on the differences between Akwa Ibom and Yoruba, and we centered it around the food, the culture, and the language. Yeah. And the food is always, the sweetest part of everything, because that is what makes up every culture, especially the Akwa Ibom food. The Akwa Ibom food. Ever since we got married, I've been feeding her with a lot of Akwa Ibom dishes like, afang soup, edi kong, the white soup, and okra soup, not the white ila and omiobe that they are used to. In fact, she has stopped eating omiobe ever since she got into this house, into this relationship, into this marriage. That's the influence of the Akwa Ibom dishes. She can't do without it. I mean, you need to see her when she's eating the white soup. You need to see her when she's eating the white soup and the pounded yam. She literally licks her fingers. That's why she's sweating.
I'm sweating.
So you just need to defend yourself in this aspect. Defend yourself.
Okay. So first of all, I'd love to make some corrections. In this marriage, I have been the one cooking. He has been the one eating. And so far, the last time I checked, this guy here eats every 30 minutes. And I cook my food, I cook my dishes the way I know how to. I don't cook.
Not the Yoruba way. Not the Yoruba way. No, we need to make that correction. Not the Yoruba way.
What do you mean by the Yoruba way? What is the Yoruba way?
My wife doesn't cook the Yoruba way, and she knows it. She's a typical Ogbomosho from the typical Ogbomosho village, but she does not cook the Yoruba way.
Okay, so for us to be clear on this,
okay,
most of what I cook, I learned from my mom, who is also a typical Yoruba woman. Okay. And that being said, right, I don't cook in any special way, like in a particular tribal way. I just cook the way I know how to, and as much as possible, I try to improve on my cooking skills. So there is nothing like cooking in an Akwa Ibom way or in an Igbo way or in a Yoruba way. Food is food. I cook it the way I understand how to. And this guy here cannot resist my dishes. Actually, I need to hide that.
Yeah, of course.
He cannot resist my dishes. And I've been. Calm down.
I'm calm.
I need to tell them what I've been doing. You see all this freshness. All this freshness. So as a result of my food, this guy eats every 30 minutes.
Omiobe is not inclusive.
What do you mean by omiobe, babe? Can you resist my stew?
Omiobe is not inclusive.
Can you resist my stew?
She cooks as stew. The Akwa Ibomites, the Igbo way.
Please, what is Akwa Ibomite Igbo way? What's
Guys, in a typical Yoruba stew, you will see Iru there, but she has never made use of Iru in any of the dishes.
Iru.
Iru. The Yoruba don't use iru for stew.
Please, and for the sake of clarity, for sake of clarity, iru is locust beans,
yes,
right?
Locust beans.
Okay, so for those of us that do not really know what iru is, and iru, that locust beans, is highly nutritious, and that is the reason why Yoruba use it in cooking, because they understand the importance of eating a highly nutritious meal. All right, and that being said,
okay.
How do you use iru for stew? And unless you want to use it to prepare rice stew, that's stew for rice, and that's usually like a 1 day or 2 day stew, right? It's a special recipe on its own, and trust me, it is so delicious if you know how to cook it well, right?
She has not used it for me before.
Because I don't cook.
You don't cook the Yoruba way. You don't cook the Yoruba way.
I don't cook stew in box with iru. Only like Yoruba way.
Guys, have you eaten a typical Yoruba dish before? Like, can you even compare it?
Can you compare Yoruba Owambe food? You see people rushing off to meet up with Yoruba Owambe parties. Why do you think they want to meet up with those parties? Because of the food.
No disputing that the Yoruba Owambe rice, jollof rice, it's something I cannot do with. It's always very, very sweet.
That's
but when we come down to the to the swallow, as an African man, you need to eat swallow. No, I'll give it to the Yorubas. Rice, they know their onions. Jollof rice, they know their onions. But we're talking about sustainability of food. When you say Akwa.
That's as hard as
See, when you eat the Yoruba fufu, and the Ibom fufu, you will not be different. You will not be different. When you want to see the real African man, So guys, that's it.
So wait. How does swallowing of rock justify being a real African person?
That's when you know that you're an African. Africans, we are strong in nature. That's why everything we are eating. You see, it is the soup. It is the soup. That's where the justice is. It will make the swallow to go down. To go down. That's when you see an Akwa man
However, upon all, with everything, you have been eating my swallow.
Oh, of course. And
I don't prepare rock-like swallows.
But you don't prepare rock-like swallows.
But you enjoy the way.
Of course, I enjoy the way you prepare. Okay. But if I want to do mine, I mean, I'm eating it because of love. It's love. It's love. Love makes you to do some things that you're not supposed to be doing. It is love.
The last time I checked, your love language doesn't extend to your.
No, I don't tell you. My love language also comes with food, food inclusive, But I mean, I've been enjoying her dish, no doubt. In as much as she does not give me iru, she does not give me omiobe. She understands me. She understands my wants. She understands my needs when it comes to food, and she makes sure she gives me the way I want it, I was even surprised when she said she want to start learning, some Akwa Ibom dishes. And, I'm so open to teaching her. This is why you need, as a man, you need to know how to cook. So that if your wife doesn't know how to cook your dish, you can always, put her through.
Yeah, you can always put her through.
Yeah,
that's no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal at all. That's where the understanding comes in, And this takes us to, the language. Most times when two couples who are not from the same background, who are not from the same states, marries, the language is always a barrier.
Yeah.
Especially when the man does not understand the woman does not understand the woman. It becomes a problem, a challenge in that marriage.
True.
You get.
True. Yeah, and I think this is one of the issues that a lot of couples struggle with, especially when it comes to extended family members.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the ability to communicate with your extended family members and still understand each other is very, very important. You know, it's contributes positively to the health of your marriage as a couple, right? So, how have we been able to cope? So most times, we are actually lucky because both our parents are elites, and so they understand English very well. So it was easy for us to communicate in English, for them to also communicate and still communicating with English, like with English language rather. So I think that language barrier thing is another major issue, right?
Yeah, but it's another major issue.
In a situation where maybe one party do not understand English now, how will they cope?
One party does not understand English. It's not even possible.
Oh,
no, if they don't understand English, they understand Pidgin. One party must understand Pidgin. So it will be easier to communicate. If they don't understand English. But it now becomes a problem, a challenge when is it even possible for both parties to not even understand.
It depends. Okay, so we have cases of people who marry and maybe they left the village and came to the city. Then they met each other. Now, when they need to go back home to do the proper traditional rites and all of that, they go back to the village. They have to go back to their individual villages. And of course, it's possible. It's possible that their family members might not be elites. They may not even understand. Maybe imagine a lady that was raised just by her grandmom. Something like that. And maybe a guy that was raised by his uncle. An uncle that is very old and probably do not know how to communicate in English. So I think those are the little barriers that they might have, challenges rather. So in cases like that, they might have a middleman. Someone who would serve as an interpreter to just relate what both parties are saying, to the individual family members. But all the same, I mean, language should not be a barrier when coming together with someone. I don't really think it's something that should be much of an issue. It'll stop you from marrying the love of your life because you're concerned about how you would communicate or how you would your language differences and all of that. In fact, that's the smallest thing. It's all about understanding. It's all about trying to find a balance, and how to ensure that you communicate to the other person in a way that they will understand, in a way that they can relate.
True. It shouldn't really be a much of a problem. Because I mean we are all
one actually.
We are all one, so we should not. Though in a situation where the both couples do not understand both their languages, sometimes. When there's no understanding in that marriage, sometimes there can be issues of gossips and all of that.
Exactly.
But I mean, as couples who are from different, background, should be able to understand themselves.
And they should be open about everything. In a relationship where I think one of the major reasons why a lot of people are also scared is because they feel, this partner might end up gossiping about me to his or her family members, and I wouldn't know what they're talking about. That's another issue, another concern most people always have. So that's why transparency is important. You have to be very transparent with each other. You have to be very understanding of each other. You have to be very, very open to each other. If your partner has done something or is doing something that you do not like or you do not appreciate, your family members are not the next set of people to
no.
That is why that person is your partner. Call the person, have this one-on-one conversation with your partner. It's called a heart-to-heart conversation. Open up, share your concerns with them and help them adjust. Help them make corrections. Bring your family members into the whole scene and then start talking to them in your language. And another issue is another issue of concern is especially when you're marrying someone that is not from your background or from where you are, from where you speak the same language and all of that.
Yeah.
When you are communicating with your family members or your friend in the presence of that person, please try as much as possible not to use your language.
Yes, very,
because
very important.
What will come to their mind is that, oh, my partner is trying to tell these people something that doesn't want me to know.
Yeah.
That is where the problem starts from. And even if the person doesn't talk about it, if your partner doesn't talk about it, doesn't mean it's not in their mind.
Exactly.
So try as much as possible. If you're talking to your friend or talking to your family member and your partner is around, do not use your language.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
It's very, very wrong.
It's wrong. Be open.
Yeah.
Communicate with them in a language that your partner also understands, so that everything will be transparent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And again, there was a time we went visiting parents.
Yeah.
That my mom was trying to communicate with me in our language. And she does not understand. She's a Johnny just come when it comes to Akwa Ibom. My mom was speaking my language, but I was interpreting. I was responding back in English. So that it's not look as if we are gossiping about them. You understand? Yeah. So we should always be open.
I'm very sensitive.
To things like that because our parents, most of them just like to communicate in our language.
Yeah.
They want to keep things secretly. But you, as someone who is learned and more exposed, you need to be very, very sensitive.
Yeah. Very calculative.
Very calculative. Yeah.
Well, I cannot say the same for him because he is Omo Yoruba.
No,
oh my God.
She can't gossip me. She can't gossip me. She can't.
I've never attempted to gossip you anyway. So I have never made that attempt.
Of course.
And I'm never going to make such attempts.
Definitely.
So, I think that's it for language barriers.
Yeah,
so knowing how to manage, these barriers, knowing how to communicate, how to be very open, very, very open, transparent is very key. And it's really going to help your relationship last.
Very key, yeah. True.
Yeah.
True.
So we talk about the culture.
The culture. This was my very big challenge.
This is my turn to yab. Now it is my turn to yab you.
Hey. While I was thinking of taking this to the next stage, the thing that came to my mind was the culture thing. How am I going to cope?
Right.
The Yoruba people, they love respect so much.
100%.
Respect is their core, is their key. If you are someone that does not have respect, forget it. Oh, they feel more Yoruba. You cannot marry a Yoruba lady, So that was.
Sure.
I'm speaking it so that you know that I can flow. But you need to start flowing. You need to start flowing.
Yeah. We know.
You know that. All right. So the very first time we were planning to go see our parents.
Yeah.
She educated me on so many things, starting from the style of greeting.
Yeah.
The way of presentation.
Right.
The way I sit. All of these key things matters because dobaling is one of my biggest challenge. Despite the fact that I was brought up and I grew in Lagos, dobaling is always my challenge. I just like living like the white. Hello, how you doing? Good morning, Mr. Joshua. This is it. But the Yoruba man, the Yoruba parents, go try out.
Good morning.
The next thing Dad will say, Abigail, can I see you for 2 minutes?
So the thing is, before we actually went home for our the very first knocking, before he came to my parents for the first time, we did a lot of rehearsals.
Yes,
oh my God! So it had he has a Yoruba friend in his corner. that had to start putting him through on what to do and how to do it actually, like how to prostrate, how to, what to say, how to say it. Like it was a whole drama, and when he finally came home for the first time, like when he came home to my parents for the first time, I can still remember the first time he attempted to greet my dad. He just went flat, prostrated flat on the floor.
Regardless of the suit I was wearing, I was so gashed up,
And my dad smiled. My dad just smiled. I was like, let's get up.
The man understands. The man is a traveler. That is a very learned man. I mean, someone that has traveled to a lot of countries. So he knows all those things. Right. So he was aware that this guy, it seems he does not know this. So the man was just so fast. So
Right.
Stand up.
So I mean, the culture thing is very, very important. And I also remember when we were getting our attires for the wedding.
Yes.
So our wedding day was the first time he wore an agbada.
Oh my god.
The first thing he said was, "Babe, this thing is so heavy."
Oh my god.
I was like, sorry, we're almost done. We're almost done. And later on, actually, when our pictures came out and all of that, he was really loving the way he looked. Was loving the way he looked.
It was so beautiful. But behind the scene was a lot of drama. Starting from the cap, was it to go to the right or to the left? A lot of drama.
I can imagine. But I mean, we enjoyed all of those moments, and the beautiful part was that he was really open to exploring. He was not adamant. No, I cannot wear this. No,
who not go open to exploring when you don't go catch beautiful wife? I mean, look at how beautiful my wife is now. Why wouldn't I be open to exploring? I mean, I will explore anything.
Thanks, baby.
And don't forget your own visit to parents.
Oh my god. So when I went to his parents for the first time, like I literally went there with, from the perspective of Omo Yoruba now, the way I was brought up and all of that. So when I got to his parents, I met his mom for the first time, and the mom saw me. The mom was just ready to hug me. As she was trying to hug me up, I've gone down.
Mama was going down.
I just went down on my knees. And she was, only for me to raise my head, I was like, Mama was trying to, she was trying to hug me. I was down on my knees, She had to lift me up, and hugged me and was kissing me and I was like, oh my god, like I never saw that coming.
It's different world entirely,
I never saw that coming, So I was just used to the normal go down on both knees and all of that, and it was a beautiful moment. So over few weeks and all, I was able to really adjust, So most times when I see her now, I hug her first, and all of that before I do the kneeling down.
Exactly.
So I've been able to blend in. I've been able to kind of adapt, and I think this has really, really helped us to cope. So if he sees my parents now, it's easy for him to relate with them. It's easy for him to greet them and all of that, and just flow with the conversation. Even when he calls them on phone, this culture thing goes even as much as conversation.
Conversation,
very, very important, because there is a way you present things. There's a way you put matters down. When talking to both parties, that might even be different from the way you were brought up. So but now we've been able to really blend in to both cultures very well, and we call both our parents any day, anytime, and we flow so well in our conversations. And when we visit them, of course, oh my god, it's always a beautiful thing to be
very, very
right,
beautiful.
because I mean, it's no longer like two different tribes or cultures. It's like one big family, and that is the way it should be. So I think it all boils down to being open, understanding each other, and communication, right? These three factors are key into helping your relationship last longer, especially if you come from different backgrounds and culture.
Yeah. Like she rightly said, communication is key.
Very key.
In everything. Yeah. And that understanding, would make the communication even more beautiful.
True.
So regardless of the background, I mean, we are one Nigeria. Like they told us, we are one Nigerians. So we should behave like that.
Yeah.
There should be no barrier.
No.
There shouldn't be any sort of barrier when it comes to marrying other tribes and other tribes. Back in the days where they used to say, I mean, when you tell your parents you want to marry an Akwa Ibom man, they say, "Kilo something."
What did you just say?
Kilo something. It's become like a shock to them.
What is kilo something?
Kilo so. So tang in army. No, you can't understand.
Say it again.
So tang.
Ison tang. Abuso.
So it's different. So tang. What did you say? Abuso. What did you say? It's different.
Wow.
No, don't worry. I'll teach you. I'll teach you all of these languages. So, guys, I mean, this is just the way it should be.
Yeah.
Understanding and communication. It should always, it's key.
Very key.
It's key. That will make everything, to go seamlessly.
True.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is all of this has to revolve around God.
Yeah.
God has to be in the middle, the center of everything.
Very, very
because
important.
The moment you put God out of the equation,
yes,
it becomes a struggle.
Struggle.
So it is God that makes it easy,
and beautiful
at the end of the day for all of these things to flow seamlessly, right? So the God factor, very key.
Very important.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. I mean, we have come to the end of this talk show, and we are so sure that you have learned one or two things from what we have said, regardless of the bars, boo. She's calm now. She's calm now.
I'm calm now because
she don't understand the reality.
What reality?
The reality.
What reality?
The Akwa Ibom remains number one.
I'm calm now because we've established the fact that this guy cannot resist my stew and he cannot resist my dishes and he craves for them 24/7. Yeah.
You win. They always say just let the weaker vessel win. Yeah, man. I'm a man, right? So she wins.
So who is the weaker vessel?
She wins. She's my weaker vessel. Yeah. The weaker vessel must always win. That is what makes you.
Oh, so you're letting me win. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm letting you win now because you know the fact. So, but in this case, I'll just let you win.
Today I come in peace. As you can see, I'm not up for violence. So
I came with violence.
To me, I'm the peaceful one today. I'm the very peaceful one, so I'll let it slide. However, we have established some facts here.
Yeah, we've established some facts.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, guys, for watching through. We would love to hear your comments and what you think about the Yoruba and the Akwa Ibom love.
And also, if you are also in a relationship that comprises of two people from different backgrounds and culture, please, we want to know how you're coping. We want to know how you guys are making it work in your relationship. We also want to be a part of the drama going on. So just do well to drop a comment for us in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys, for watching.
And don't forget to, click the notification bell, so you don't miss out on anything. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Remember to like this video and share with your friends. We look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Bye for now.
Bye for now, guys.